Hello and welcome, Zake here. Welcome back in Dying Like the Beast. Today, I decided to prepare a couple of tips for you if you want to try do the Nightmare mode. Nightmare mode offers a cute little costume of a beaver. Yep, beaver looks awesome. If you want to do Nightmare mode, there is two ways of doing it. You can do fresh start right away from, like, you start a game. Oh, I want to do Nightmare. Yeah, you can do it if you like to suffer. Or you can do the normal way, or normal, by doing a New Game Plus. Let's say you do normal run, and then you want to play New Game Plus 1 on Nightmare. You can absolutely prepare for what's coming for you. Because I highly, but I'm serious, I highly recommend doing a Nightmare mode if you already played the game. Because if you want, oh my god, you're gonna suffer greatly. Mainly because you do need to know location of a certain items. Your survivor senses no longer shows the like 95% of an items. Mostly shows only the weapons that your enemies drop, like humans. And that's it. So if you want to survive in Nightmare, you need 2 specific items. Seriously, and I'm really serious. Dry food, literally, that's the only source of food you're gonna get. So what? There is a canteen in the town hall. You're not gonna be able to use it. Sorry. You need a dry food to feed the hunger meter. Bottom left corner, you see 3 bars. The red one is the beast. The white one is your health bar. And the yellow one is, of course, the hunger meter. So you do need to fill it. Otherwise, you're gonna lose your life. It's gonna cut your life in like half. And also, you will lose stamina. So, whatever you do, it's gonna be just terrible. And if you come fresh, you don't know where exactly look for the dry food. It's not that you can buy it endlessly in a shop. You can buy some from time to time, but that's about it. There is not a lot of it. So don't expect, miracle. And the second item you really, really want to is battery for a flashlight. Because if you don't have a batteries for flashlight, you don't have a flashlight. And yeah, it can be a problem. Also, if you play on Nightmare, there is no pause in your inventory. So all of this is really necessary for you to survive. That's why it's highly recommended for you to know what the F you're doing. The other part, of course, is you can prepare for it. And if you prepare, I just finished Nightmare mode and I have 1200 batteries. The food goes super quick. I had tons of food and it just disappears. So if you're ready for it, let's go. I cover mostly Total War Warhammer. Okay, that noise was weird. I mostly cover Total War Warhammer. And from time to time, I cover some zombie games. If you're fine with this deal, come. First absolute necessary tip is going to be this location that I'm currently in. If you do whatever you do, the fresh one or the new game plus, when you visit a town hall for the first time, you need to destroy the, chimera, and then go after Aiden. And it's very good to have unlocked this safe spot. It's the second safe spot in the city, and I highly recommend to do it. Why? Because if you don't know, there is a minimal exposure to a night in Dying Light the Beast. You don't have to play at night at all. Granted, I recommend you not play in the night mode. One, because you're gonna lose batteries, you're gonna die to alpha, and it's unnecessary. So when you visit the town hall, you kill the chimera, you go after Aiden. What you can do, it's come here, because you cannot do it in a town hall. But then you can come here and just go to sleep. You're gonna go after Aiden in the daylight. So that's why I recommend preparing this spot. If you're doing New Game Plus, it's super easy. You can reach this tower pretty much with this grappling hook. You hop here, hop there, and you're up there. Then you do a ladder down, get the cable, up, boom, done. But if you need to do it manually, oh yeah, it's gonna be a rough time without a grappling hook. You can still do it. You can still climb, you can do it. You should. Because if you want to go after Aiden, it should be a daylight. Like I said, for the convenient of saving resources. If you go to sleep, you lose a lot of food, but if you stay at night, you lose batteries. No matter what you do, you're gonna lose something, but at least you don't need to fight volatiles. So hey, you're gonna get experience no matter what. So unlock this safe spot before you go to town hall to push the story. It's gonna help you a lot. While playing on Nightmare, you're going to need resources. And I highly recommend visiting a store of a small size. A small size store like pharmacy, like the small convenience store, the small electric store, like the Apple alike here. These small stores does not contain a volatile in it. So you have typical Screamer, two virals, and like couple of zombies. These stores are easiest to pick, and you should absolutely get it, because you're gonna need resources, right? So you visit those, you don't have to fight volatiles. If you visit the big ones, I recommend is luring volatile to like entrance and fighting it like through this hole. Cause volatile gonna shred you, okay? Volatile doesn't F around during the day, no matter what you do. So visit the small stores. It's just gonna be so much safer. And you do need resources after all, so this way you will get some. Unless you're preparing for New Game Plus Nightmare, then visit all stores and just grab whatever you can. While looting, no matter what, no matter if you go for preparation for New Game Plus or just fresh Nightmare, over time you get the scavenger loot. Create a set of gear where you get extra craft parts looted. Whenever I do kill a lot of zombies, or whenever I get to loot a dark zone, I always equip it, so there is a chance on some extra resources. To be completely honest, I never notice difference in getting the rare ones, not gonna lie. The only difference I notice is when I added this extra craft parts. This is the only time I notice I'm getting more by just spending legend points on it. So if you're preparing for New Game Plus Nightmare, you should put some points in it for the time being. You can respec for 5k money, right? So it shouldn't be a problem. But make sure you get this and loot as much as possible for preparation. You can respec that, it's not a problem. But at the start, I highly, highly recommend getting it because you want to have as many as possible craft parts looted as much as possible. So the more you get, the less you need to visit, dark zones. You want to focus, to be completely honest, you want to focus completely on doing the story rather than looting and farming. Sadly, you're gonna have to farm if you do a fresh run, but if you do New Game Plus, then you should absolutely ignore it as much as possible because this will make your run smoother. But if you do fresh start, yeah. So as much as possible craft parts, so you don't have to visit your store over and over again. On Nightmare, every activity gives you 3 types of boxes. You get the box for main quests, small activities, and bigger activities. The large new game chest gives you a weapon. The other gives you resources. So, activities, you should absolutely do it. No matter if you do the New Game Plus or a fresh run, you should unlock every save zone, every electricity zone, literally anything except hunting Yaga. Yaga quest is ass on Nightmare because you need to be in a mountain, and if you don't deal with Alpha, he's gonna hunt you, and it's super inconvenient. Plus the batteries, right? The batteries. It's always about the batteries. So you want to have it, off your chest. But yeah, do the activities before you do even the main quest, to be honest. Do them before you, push the story. You're gonna get more and more resources. It's all about resources on New Game, on Nightmare. If, for some reason, you want to do something at night, remember one thing. There is one alpha per night. If you kill the first alpha that was stalking you, hunting you, you're free to go for the rest of the night. It's absolutely not worth to waste all your resources, time, energy to do activities at night. You don't have to if you did the step 1 of unlocking this safe location. And then you can go and for Aiden during the day. So try not to do anything at night. Pay attention to your clock. That's really important. Oh yeah, Beaver doesn't have a clock, but you can still open your inventory and there is a clock. So pay attention to your time so you don't go out when the night is coming. No. Make sure you're in a safe location when it happens. In Dying Light the Beast, you can save your problems with the firepower. Using guns helps you kill chimeras so much easier. So having a good gun is absolutely necessary, but the problem lies in ammo. And again, I'm gonna split it into two. If you're going for New Game Plus, first you should get the perk Extra Ammo. Remember, you can respec, so it's not a problem. But if you're preparing for getting a lot of ammo, like you planning, oh, I'm gonna hunt convoys, you should absolutely do it with this perk, because it does increase 75% of the ammo you loot. That's a lot, okay? That's fuckloads of ammo. You should absolutely do it. Outside of that, you should also kill as many humans with the guns. Absolutely recommend, because they always have a gun. When they have gun, they have always ammo. It's necessary. Don't run. Just make sure you kill them, and this will be absolutely a good source of ammo. And you do need a lot. Okay, you do need a lot of ammo, because let's look in my resources. Yeah, I have tons of ammo. Unfortunately, 1000 ammo for rifle is nothing. Clip holds 25, and it goes like nothing. So yeah, collect as much as possible so you can have, problem. If you do fresh run at the start of a game, don't use your guns at all. Oh my god, that's gonna be so rough for you, but you choose to suffer. So don't use guns. Keep it for the late stage of a game, where you can fight some chimeras, like you fight the 3 chimeras at once in Baron's lab. This is the location where you can hide behind like container and shoot them. It's all about lowering them down so Lydia can do her magic, and guns absolutely help with that. Plus, killing Baron himself is so much easier with flamethrower or guns, so absolutely recommend doing it. You should save as much possible, kill as many humans, loot convoys, everything. You're not gonna have access to legend level at the start anyway, so just collect and hoard as many as possible. During the mission in school, there is plenty of humans fighting. Make sure you loot everything. Unfortunately, on Nightmare, you really need to pay attention on leftovers from humans, because Survivor Sense gonna show you nothing. So just hoard ammo for the later stages, because it cures everything. Before you handle the quest on Nightmare, especially if you do the fresh run, use the sets of gear. Use it. So create one with any gear that increase your experience gain. You should absolutely do it, so whenever you finish a quest, you get so much more XP. You should use it, because you want to level as fast as possible on Nightmare, because, yeah, you need that experience. You need it greatly. So make sure you get the XP gear before you handle the quest. This will make your life easier. At the start of a new game in Beast, you reach this point, and it saves you here. Autosave saves you, then you go to Monastery, and then you get another save point right before you fight the first Chimera. So remember in Dying Light 1, where you could do literally anything before you finish the prologue? Well, it's not happening here. If you die, let's say you play for an hour doing activities before the monastery, outside of monastery because you want to like level up. It's possible to get like first level before you get in, but it requires a lot of grinding and not finishing the game, not dying, not logging out and stuff. Because if you do one of those, you log in here without anything you did, because there is no autosave until you secure the monastery. So, and it doesn't, if you log out, it doesn't save your progress. So there is a couple of things you can do around, and I'll show you. There is a couple of things around you can do, but remember, you cannot die. You cannot... Jesus, where is my food? Yeah, it's... the hunger metric is so annoying. So you go through here, and then there is multiple things you can do. Multiple zombies you can kill, especially if you do the fresh run. Where you can go. You don't have to go to monastery immediately. You can... there is a range you can visit things around. If you're gonna get... you know, if you do things, you go too far, then the game gonna tell you, oh, you move back, or we're gonna just kick you out. So yeah. You can come here. You don't need grappling hook. You can get out of here as well. And you can come here. Till you can get inside that one container. After that range, you're too far. You can use these things to throw at this bridge. There is a plenty of zombies. You're gonna get some kills, some easy experience. There is some loot in those too. Unfortunately, the Hand of Glova is in that cave, so you cannot come here. It's on the other one. You can hunt those zombies around. You can go for multiple things, and you're not gonna be ported. But remember, stay inside the area, don't die. Time does not progress. The light is on. There is no clock for the time being. You can do whatever. Problem is hunger, unfortunately. So I don't know if it's worth doing. But if you do a monastery thing, there is also which I completely didn't notice until one of you, my viewers, showed me. Oh my god. Seriously, it glitches? There is... Come on. Oh my god. There is a balcony here that contains some loot as well. Yeah, so you have your UV bar here, some dry food, which is nice in the bag, and some rations and military medkit. So you get it here as well. And remember, if you go from one side to another, zombies should reset. So you technically can get one level up, but it's not worth of your time. If you go in the New Game Plus, you absolutely fucking go and kill the Chimera with guns. Immediately blast it without a mercy. Don't toy with it. It's not that easy to kill. And yeah, just watch out. There is another thing you can get help from, and it's multiplayer. You can have other players joining in and dropping you supplies. So if you have a friend, yeah, he can visit you and help you. But remember, you need to be host of a game, so it has to be Nightmare if you want to have a beaver costume. And he needs to join. Because if you go somewhere else, it can mess up your progress and you're not gonna get beaver for all your effort. But multiplayer is another, like, easy way to get it. And when it comes for priorities you should have for crafting tools, the medkit should be one of the first. I mean, bandage. You need to have it as high as possible to get it as fast as possible. Throwing knives are super good to also craft. Scraps are easy to get. Scraps are super easy to get. Wiring for blade throwing knife is dumb, but okay. It should get 3 blades and like less wiring. I guess they nerf it anyway, so you need less. But having a throwing knife lets you get out of zombie grab. So this is like quick stabbing in the head. Absolutely recommend it. And Molotovs are amazing, especially at the early stages. Molotovs kills a lot of zombies, and yeah, they are working greatly. Over time, they are less effective. I use them till now because they cover so many zombies and they're quiet. They don't call for virals. So absolutely, these 3 helps a lot. Decoys, old firecrackers are not that effective. The spaz decoy is the sound bar. It calls virals, so it's not that good. So yeah, these 3 will make your life easier at the start. Then you can worry about boosters and everything, but at the start, make sure you have enough of those 3. When the night hits, remember that Volatile, the smartest Volatile, can glitch himself through the wall, because he's designed so he can teleport sometimes, or spawn in a dark zone, or in a house, or in a wherever location you're locked in. He can literally lock himself with you. So be sure you are aware of your territory, of your surroundings, and if shit hit the fan, go to menu and just log out. When you log in, you're back in nearest safe location, or sometimes on a checkpoint. Not always it's a safe location, but it's a checkpoint. So it's nonetheless, it's safer than just dying. Because dying costs you losing XP. On the legend levels, when you play New Game Plus, it's not that big. But when you level up and you need every piece of experience for level up in the first playthrough, like the fresh one, you don't want to lose it. So when you're about to, die, just escape, quit, and come back. This will most likely save your life multiple times. And final note. It's silly, but yet people forget it. When you play on Nightmare and you go to your menu, to your inventory, map, journal, times doesn't stop. You still everything is active, so you can get grabbed by zombie, hit by volatile, literally anything. That's why make sure you have your presets with items, especially with weapons and everything, and the food. Yeah, make sure you get it. To change battery and a little in your flashlight, you need to have this menu and just press, in my case, F, but the only keybar there. You press it and it's recharged. When your battery is fresh, the light is bigger. When it's go down, it starts flicker and lights. It shines much less. So you notice when you're about to expire, but sometimes in combat it's annoying. And when you press this, the time slows enough for you to switch battery, and it's not that painful. And that's it. If you choose to go for the new nightmare mode, it's definitely gonna be something of a challenge, no matter what. But let's face it, the real challenge, the real challenge is obviously the fresh run. It might be the hardest things to do in the Beast. Luckily, you can go a little bit easier by doing New Game Plus. This way you get the same reward. Just the bragging rights is more for those who start fresh. It's up to you what you want to do. Absolutely, if you have tons of time and absolutely you're dedicated to do it, then have fun, good luck. But if you just want to have the beaver suit, yeah, just do the New Game Plus. It's gonna be so much convenient for you. It's not the point. That's it. There is no greater reward currently, so I don't see that much of a point doing it because, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of endless batteries, problem, or hunger. It's annoyance to me more than a real mechanic. But I'm not a, expert in this situation. Nevertheless, I hope those tips will help you. And I wish you really good luck with achieving whatever goal you have there for the Dying Like the Beast. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Take care. And bye-bye.